And not having a license won't be a problem?
Not with private patients.
You're a lifesaver. I'll give you a call. Thank you so much.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I have a friend who has given me some ideas about jobs.
Jobs? Meg, we have plenty of money.
I like working.
Well, so it makes you happy.
What are you doing here?
Me? I came here to look for you.
Liar. You're here to see Emily, aren't you?
Miss Stewart, you're aware of the tricks. Mr. Ryan has requested to see you.
Yeah, I'm aware, thank you. Can you just show him in when he gets here?
Yes, Miss Stewart.
Hi. What is this I hear about you rethinking your decision to have this baby?
Sit down.
I don't have time to sit down. Just tell me what is going on. I had to hear from a nurse on the ward that you've already made an appointment with your gynecologist.
I just want to talk to her. I've been thinking, you know, and maybe you're right. I'm going to be going away, Mom, locked away. It's not going to be fair to the child. And I know it's a lot to expect of you asking you to step in.
Emily, don't pretend this is about me. I promised you that I would help you. I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it. Now just tell me what is really going on.
Mom, there are a lot of issues, you know, a lot of things to think about. I think it makes sense to maybe reconsider.
Okay. It's a big responsibility to bring a baby into the world, especially when you have no idea if you're going to be involved in raising it. And even though I'm totally committed to taking care of the baby, I don't want that to influence you one way or the other, but I have to know where you're headed, if you're going to have this baby or not.
Well, that depends.
On what?
On what happens today.
When, my darling? When were you going to tell me, my gorgeous, hormone-infused daughter, that Damien was back in town?
Hi, Mother. Good to see you.
Lisa Grimaldi had to tell me that. And she also told me that you were pleased.
Please.
If you're pleased, I think you're losing your mind.
I know you feel you have a right to be concerned.
Yes.
But Damien has resolved his various problems.
Oh, no,
Yes.
darling. Don't be so naive. His problems never get resolved. They just get passed on to generation to generation to generation. Is that what you want for your son? Do you want him to get embroiled in some ridiculous vendetta?
Damien has no intention of embroiling Luke in anything. You know, I tried to contact Damien when Luke needed a kidney. He was concerned.
Oh,
that's all.
The kidney. Oh, my heaven. Isn't he about 6 months too late on that? Darling, would you please speak to this girl? This is madness.
Lily and I have discussed this. Apparently, Damien just showed up.
Yes.
Of course he did.
Bottom line, Luke wants to spend time with him.
Why? I mean, what has the man ever brought him but grief?
Look, whatever we may think of Damien, he is Luke's biological father, and it's only for a couple of days.
Right, it's just a short visit. That's it.
Oh, it's just a visit?
Yes.
Oh, well, Lisa Grimaldi told me. Fair winds. He's rented fair winds on a long lease.
Thanks for the note, Luke, and for agreeing to see me. I was hoping we'd get a chance to talk, just the two of us.
You know, I'm not sure that this is a good idea.
You're worrying about your parents. I understand. And believe me, I don't want to be the cause of tension. But before we talk about how we can set their minds at ease, tell me, how are you?
Me? I'm fine.
I thought we should talk about your situation, you know, how you're dealing with it.
I'm not sure that being gay is a situation, so...
No, but it has a big effect on other parts of your life, wouldn't you agree? I thought we should talk about it.
You told me you were cool with it. I mean, that's what you said, so unless you were lying...
No, of course not. But accepting what you've told me is one thing. How I feel about it is something else.
It's not answering.
Maybe he's at home. He might be at that roof you guys used to hang out at. We could stop by there and then swing by his dad's.
No, if he's not picking up, he just doesn't want to talk yet.
Maybe if he sees you, then...
She's right. He needs some time alone.
And you would know that, wouldn't you? Because Will talks to you. He doesn't talk to me, I'm his wife, but he talks to you.
It wasn't like that, Gwen.
Then what was it like? Come on, Maddie, you can tell me. I'm your friend. What was it like when my husband was talking to you about how he was cheating? Why the hell didn't you let me know what was going on?
I tried. Don't you remember? I told you that Jade was a problem, that I didn't trust her.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me why, and I asked you like 5 times, and you wouldn't say anything. You lied.
No.
No, then what would you call it? You knew how much I wanted graduation to happen, and instead, you let me show up there like some clueless idiot so I could watch the principal yell Will's name over a bullhorn in front of everyone.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, did you see his face? Did you see how humiliated he was? If I would have known he was having trouble, I would have got him another tutor. He could have gone to summer school.
I told him that.
But why the hell didn't you tell me?
Well, don't take this out on Maddie. This is Will's fault, all of it.
So what should we drink to this time? Health and happiness? I'm miserable, and there's a half dozen doctors that say I'm nuts, so nuts to that. What else do we drink to?
My shoes.
That's right, because I fell over them. And to Mom, Mommy dearest, long may she reign. And Dad, we can't forget Dad. I know what we're gonna drink to.
Well, are you sure you haven't had enough already?
To drink? No. I mean, not yet. I've never been hammered before, really, so... But I don't think we're there yet.
I really think that you should call Gwen.
Ugh, she doesn't want to talk to me.
Well, she called you 5 times.
Yeah, it's because she knows that I'm not gonna pick up.
Yeah, that's exactly why she called you.
Yeah, see, she knows me. She knows. What does she know? She knows that I'm not gonna pick up because I haven't, not once, not since I didn't graduate. So to graduation.
Well, you need to call Gwen now. She's your wife. You have to call her. I don't care how much you drink. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna go away. You're gonna feel bad until you talk to her.
I'm gonna feel bad forever because I screwed up. I screwed up, and until I can fix it, then I can't talk to her. Do you understand that? I can't talk to her until I can make it right. And I can't make it right because I don't know how.
The last few years of my life have been difficult for me. You know, when you're alone, forced into hiding, away from your family and friends, you have a lot of time to think. And what I've thought about most is you, Luciana. And I know you're Luke Snyder, but deep in my heart, you'll always be Luciana. My son, the boy I had to give up. Only now you're not a boy anymore, are you? You're a man, thoughtful, intelligent, strong young man who knows his own mind, who knows who he is. I respect that. I do. You have my support. You've earned it.
Thank you. Thanks. I wish everyone felt that way.
You're speaking of your mother.
Who else?
She's grieving for a dream, Luke. A dream of you and a pretty wife, grandchildren. It's a lot to give up.
I'm not trying to hurt her, Damien.
Of course you aren't. And I'm sure it wasn't easy for you coming to terms with how different your life is going to be from what you've known. It's very brave of you. She'll see that in time.
Well, she has been a lot better since you've been in town.
Your mother needs to feel that she's been heard, and I can do that for her. I can listen. And little by little, she'll accept that life isn't going to be exactly as she'd hoped, but that it can still be beautiful.
Well, I think that might take a long time.
Which is why I've made a decision. I'm not gonna leave Oakdale until your mother has accepted who you are. And that is a promise.
The girls, they're upstairs. I know they would love to see you.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's sweet. It's a good marriage when your mother loves your husband more than you.
Did you know about this?
No, I had no idea. Damien never mentioned anything about fair winds or staying on. It was only supposed to be a short visit. I mean, that was the plan originally. But I guess after he talked to Luke and saw how unhappy he is...
Luke's not unhappy. You're unhappy.
Okay, you gonna tell me you can look at Luke and say that's a happy child?
I know that Luke doesn't like being at odds with you, but he's dealing with it. He's standing up for himself, and that's healthy. You're the one with the problem.
Thank you.
And bringing Damien into the mix is not going to solve it.
You can't pin this on me because Luke is the one who said he wanted to spend time with Damien.
Yeah, a couple of days.
What difference does it make?
He's moving into our lives. Can't you see that?
If this helps Luke, then so what?
Luke doesn't need help. Luke is who he is.
We don't know that. For sure.
Luke knows. And forcing him to spend time with his so-called father is not going to change that.
What are you so worried about?
You gotta be kidding me. Damien Grimaldi almost got Luke killed.
Let's go back. That was not Damien's fault. It was his brother.
It is who he is. Violence follows him around, and I'm not gonna let him hurt our son. Not again.
Don't take this out on
It's
Maddie.
okay, she's right. I never wanted this to happen, Gwen.
Then why didn't you tell me what was going on?
I only figured it out a few days ago. Yes, I suspected something was up for a while. I mean, he wrote that biology paper in one day and he got an A. But, I mean, I didn't want to accuse him or anybody of anything. And then I saw him with Jade, and she's a real piece of work. So I went to him, and I asked him because I wasn't 100% sure, and he told me, he begged me not to say anything to you.
So you agreed, even though you knew what the consequences might be.
He's my friend too, Gwen. And he desperately didn't want to disappoint you. Well, you're married. I didn't know how much I should say. I'm really sorry, Gwen.
Why don't you go tell my grandma we're here? It's not her fault.
Did you know?
No, I didn't even suspect because Maddie never said a word. I was just as blown away as you were. And I know what it's like to be blindsided.
And you don't think she did anything wrong?
It's not her place, Gwen. She's right. You guys are married. And she did warn him. Knowing Maddie, she gave him 20 different ways to make it right, and he didn't.
I asked her point blank.
You heard Maddie. He didn't want to disappoint you. She is your friend.
No, I know she is.
So ease up on her. It's not her fault.
You're right. You're right. I can yell at Maddie all day. I can scream at Jade. The one person I need to talk to is Will, and he's not going to talk to me.
Maybe not right now.
The one thing that we always had, the one thing I could always count on, is that we told each other everything. And if we don't have that, then what's left?
What time is it? The party's gonna start soon. Gwen was gonna sing. Oh, gosh, she's got this. And it's not even her voice, it's just her. She pours herself out. And it breaks your heart. It's great. And I think now I've even ruined that.
So how'd you two meet?
We didn't. Well, we did, but it wasn't like Gwen meet Will and Will meet Gwen, you know. If it had been, I probably wouldn't have liked her. She was just this, like, punked-out street kid. Only sweet when you got to know her. You know, now I was helping out this friend. Well, it's a long story. But while I was hanging out with Gwen, you know, to help out this friend.
Does your dad have any instant coffee?
She's like the bravest girl I've ever met. You know, she's fearless. You know, she gets scared, but she does it anyway, you know? And that's what counts. She's got this terrible mother, like me. And she had a broken heart, like me. And everybody hated her, like me. Only, why did she like me? You know? But she did. She got me. You know? She knew everything about me, and she liked me anyway. Well, she loved me anyway. She really loved me. You know? And, didn't matter what anybody told her, but she loved me.
You're lucky. You're really lucky. I've never had that.
You know what? You're right. I'm lucky. I'm very lucky.
Where are you going?
To find my wife.
Why don't you just call her?
Because I have to see her.
You can't drive.
Well, I can't walk.
Well, I'll make you a deal. You make it to the car, and I'll drive you to the party.
Okay, you're right.
Well, are you sure about this?
Yes, I have to see her. I have to tell her that I love her and that I'm sorry. And that's what I gotta tell her.
What is so special about today? Your psychiatric team is not issuing an evaluation for a while, and you're not doing court, so...
It's not what this is about.
Then what? What's brought this up so suddenly?
I guess I've just had time to think about it.
About what?
About what I want.
Oh, I've gotta go. Listen, given your circumstances, it would be better for you to be focusing on how to defend yourself in court. And whatever you decide to do about the baby, make sure you do it for the right reasons, okay? For everybody's sake.
Paul's the one who needs to do the right thing, not me.
Look, I am here to see your mom. But it's because she's threatening to have an abortion.
Exactly, she's threatening. And look, it's working. I mean, she can't come to you, so she's found a way to get you to come to her.
Yeah, you have a point.
And I'm not saying that I don't understand how scared you are. It is your child.
I just want to talk to her, you know, and try and calm her down. If she's playing me, that's fine, you know. The doctors aren't going to tolerate that for long, and neither will I.
You can't force her to have a baby.
Well, I can convince her to rethink her decision. I've always been able to get Emily to do whatever I wanted. Besides, she wants this baby. I know she does.
But she doesn't want you raising it with me.
Well, one thing at a time. Maybe first we get her to agree to have it.
Look, it doesn't mean that she won't change her mind tomorrow, Paul, especially if it means you'll come running.
Look, I don't want any kind of life with Emily. I'm in love with you. The trick is to get her to do what she already knows is right. I better go.
Jim, I need a favor.
You're staying in Oakdale. For how long?
How long it takes to make peace between you and your mother. I've rented a house, Fairwinds. You know it?
Yeah, that's like the biggest house in Oakdale, yeah.
I'm sure you'll enjoy it. The grounds are beautifully landscaped. There's a pool.
I cannot believe that you're staying in Oakdale.
It's the least I can do. I owe you so much.
Oh, Mom has been a lot better. It's just...
You're worrying about your dad.
Yeah. I mean, he's been good, considering, but I don't think he's gonna be very happy to find out that you're staying in Oakdale.
Your father wants what's best for you. And in time, like your mother, he'll see that he can trust me. That like him, I only want what's best for you. But we haven't talked about you yet.
What time is it?
You know, I'm still in European time. It's,
Well, you know what? I gotta go. I gotta go to school. I have to drop off a paper. They gave me an extension because I was out in the hospital with my whole kidney thing, so...
Then by all means.
But that shouldn't take very long, so... If you want, I could come back when I'm done.
I'll be here.
I don't want to take your time.
Luke, I have all the time in the world for you. That's why I'm here.
Okay, well then, I'll go drop it off and I'll come back and we can talk.
I'm looking forward to it.
I wouldn't get too comfortable if I were you.
Want one?
Hey, Maddie. I'm really sorry that I went off on you like that. It's not your fault, and I shouldn't have blamed you. And I know it was probably really hard to keep a secret like that, and I'm the last person who should complain about being kept in the dark after what I did to Casey.
Hey, we've all made our mistakes.
But this wasn't yours to fix, and I know that. Am I still your friend?
Always. Oh. And can I please say congratulations? You graduated, you did it. I know it's not perfect, but you did it.
Yeah, I guess I did.
I'm so proud of you. So to go call you back yet?
No, not yet.
He will.
Yeah, he's not gonna forget that you promised to sing her tonight.
Yeah, when you go on.
I'm not. I can't. I'm sorry.
I have an idea. Let's dance, all of us, together.
You two dance. I'm gonna go grab some air.
You sure?
Yeah. Dance with your boyfriend. He's a good guy. I'll be right back.
Coming up on As the World Turns.
Are you with me or not?
Mrs. Long? Hi, I'm your husband's new private duty nurse.
You should be ashamed.
Join me and many of my castmates when CBS Daytime presents Superstar Weekend, June 10th and 11th at Paramount's King's Dominion in Richmond, Virginia. Go to cbs.com for more details. See you there.
You're here. I knew you'd be here. But not here outside here. I mean, but here. Why are you outside?
I was,
You looking for me?
No. Not really when you didn't call me back.
Did you sing? God, no, you couldn't have sang, because I ruined that. I'm sorry, but I know you, and you know me, and that's why I'm here.
Well, are you drunk?
Yeah, well, I think so. I mean, that was the whole idea. It seemed like the right thing to do, considering.
Yeah, it's been really tough.
Yeah, look, Gwen, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about everything, and if I could take it back, I would.
I know.
You do?
Yeah, you've made it pretty clear.
So you forgive me?
Yeah, of course I forgive you. Oh, stop it! What are you doing?
Holden's gone out. You're abusing your checkbook. I guess we know what has transpired. You sided with Damien.
Damien rented a house. So what? You didn't have to march in here like the National Guard should be called in.
I'm not defending Damien. I'm looking out for my grandson.
Okay, why doesn't anybody appreciate the fact that Damien is Luke's biological father? And he has rights? And he has feelings for his son? For all he knew, Damien must have thought that Luke still needed a kidney.
Have I missed something? Did he actually offer his kidney?
No.
Of course he didn't. He would never mar that beautiful body.
I can't talk to you.
Oh, honey, you should have been outraged. Outraged, as Holden was. But no. You defend Damien. Pick a fight with your husband, your newly reconciled husband.
Holden and I are fine.
Then where is he?
Not everything is about Holden. He's a grown man.
What is this all about? Luke?
I don't have time for this. I have to meet Lucy.
I'd forgotten what a small town this is. Obviously, you've heard I'm going to be renting Fairwinds.
Well, you can unrent it. You're not staying here.
Would you like to go for a drink at the bar?
No, I wouldn't. You know, it's one thing to sneak into town.
I didn't sneak into town.
You followed my son around.
Because I was trying to avoid this. Holden, I just want to make sure that the boy was all right.
Well, now you know. So why don't you just go back to Malta or wherever you came from?
Luke made it very clear to me that he regards you as his father. I don't understand why you feel so threatened.
I know where I stand with my son. I've earned his loyalty. But you come here pretending to care.
I care.
You
very
care
much.
when it fits your agenda, and I'm not going to let you hurt my son.
Holden, you may have raised him, but Luke is my family as much as yours. What you don't understand is you have nothing to worry about. All I want from him is his happiness.
His happiness. His happiness has always come last on your list. And I am not going to let you ruin his life.
You're the one ruining his life. And I'm not going to leave Oakdale until I made sure his future is secure.
Thank you for agreeing to see me. I know that I've hurt you, and I wouldn't blame you if you had said no, but it means a lot to me that you said yes.
You said it was urgent.
Well, it's about our child. Look, I have no right to ask you to be patient with me or to be understanding, but I've never been a father before, you know, and it's taken me some time to kind of get used to the idea. It's huge. I mean, it is. I mean, and it's occupied all of my thoughts and all of my feelings, and I'm sorry. Look, you have Daniel, so you understand how enormous this all is. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that if I have made you feel, and I know that I have, like I don't want this baby, or that I don't appreciate what a miracle and what a gift this is, then for that I am truly sorry.
See, the thing is...
And I know that this might be too much for you to handle right now, right? This might just be too big, and, you know, I wouldn't blame you for that, you know. Being locked up in here probably feels like life is over, but that's just it. It's kind of like beating the odds if we have this child. Because life can't be over if there's a little boy or a little girl out there contributing to the world.
I need to accept things the way they are, not the way I want them to be.
Is that you are going to have a child. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Unless you've done something. Have you done something?
What if I had?
Then I'd be sad. And I'd be sad for us, Emily, because that isn't what you want. I know that's not what you want. What is that?
I made an appointment with my gynecologist. These are the papers authorizing the abortion.
Okay. If this is what you want, all right? Then I will be there to support you. You know I will. I was there when this baby was created, and if you decide to end the pregnancy, then I will be there for you again. I can't believe that this is what you really want.
I need to accept reality.
The reality, Emily, is that you're never going to end this pregnancy. And you know why. Because you would never be able to destroy something that you and I made together.
You talk about you and me like we have some sort of future together.
Child is pretty much the definition of a future, don't you think?
What's life gonna be like for a child of ours? Not knowing his mother, knowing she's locked up in a prison or in a psych ward. I can't do that to a defenseless child.
I think our child would have a wonderful life.
With you and Meg? The thought of that woman holding my child.
Okay, what you need to think about is that child will know how wonderful you are. And even though you've made some mistakes, look, we're all human. You are a beautiful, warm, bright woman who has made a huge sacrifice so that he could be here, or her for that matter. For that, you will always be loved.
You'd say that. You'd say that to our child.
Of course. Obviously, Emily, I never get a chance unless you put all thoughts of ending this pregnancy out of your mind. Please, come on. Give me the paper.
Mrs. Long? Hi, I'm your husband's new private duty nurse.
Me ruin his life? You have a lot of nerve.
What am I to think, Holden? The boy's troubled. He's not comfortable in his own home.
He's trying to be who he is, and his mother doesn't like it.
She's worried about him, and I can understand why. Holden, no child make a decision like that without provocation. Now, why does Luke suddenly think he's gay? Huh? Could it be because his father abandoned him?
He understands why you had to leave.
I'm talking about you. Apparently, you walked out on your wife and children and took up with another woman.
You know what? You have no idea what that was about, and I'm not going to discuss that with you. Lily and I are married. We're fine. It's none of your business.
It's very much my business. Luke is my son.
Casey, what you did earlier with the whole Gwen thing, getting her to forgive me, it's...
I was just listening.
No, you made it possible. I was so worried, and...
Oh, don't do that.
You're the best. You really are.
Don't walk away from me.
Let go of me.
Look, I'm sorry, Gwen, okay? How many times do I have to say it?
It's not about saying you're sorry. What are we gonna do, Will? Weber said that you're expelled. You can't even go to summer school.
I'm not going to summer school.
Then how are you gonna graduate?
I'm not gonna graduate. So what? Big freaking deal.
I can't believe you just said that.
What? Get a job?
Doing what? Emptying out bedpans?
Oh, yeah,
Is that what you want to do for the rest of your life? What about college?
That was your idea, not mine.
What? You're saying you don't want to go to college?
Yeah, I don't want to go to college.
I don't believe you.
I don't want to go to college.
Keep your voice down.
My wife wants me to be quiet. Is she still my wife? Are you still my wife? Or is that too much to ask? Be married to a high school dropout? Because that's what this is all about, right? I'm not good enough for you?
You know what? I don't know where this is coming from, but we should not be talking right now.
Okay, fine, fine. Just answer me one thing. Are you with me or not?
What is she doing here? Why is she on this ward?
I have no idea.
You planted her here to spy on me or something?
Emily, I wouldn't do
this
that.
conversation is so
No,
over.
we
Get
haven't
out of my
decided
way.
about the baby.
The baby is none of your business, so just get out of here and don't ever come back.
Take Damien. For all of his Maltese savoir-faire, he's a rather predictable man, don't you think? Almost provincial in some ways. Whereas Holden, who's never been anywhere, has a much wider worldview.
I'm glad you approve.
Holden accepts things. He's open-minded. Where Damien, it's his way or else it's the guy rot.
The girls are upstairs if you'd like to say goodbye.
And my darling, if you think that Damien is going to be of use to you in your problems with Luke...
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Why are you angry with me?
Because you're wrong.
No. No. Darling, this time you're wrong. You must stop. Just stop it. Stop what you're doing before you ruin the relationship with your boy.
I have allowed you to raise my son because I trusted that you were an honorable man. While these are not the actions of an honorable man. Deserting your family, subjecting them to public humiliation. No wonder Luke is confused about who he is.
You're blaming me for Luke's... You know what? You're ignorant. You're an ignorant, self-righteous fool.
You failed my son.
He's my son, and he's fine. And this conversation was over a long time ago.
You don't like what I have to say? Well, I don't like what you've done. You've been a very poor example to a boy who trusted you. That's not what a good father does. You should be ashamed.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Are you still with me?
Do I love you? Yes. Am I mad at you? Yeah. Do I hate this? More than you know. But we had a plan, Will. Okay? And we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit, but we'll find another way.
No, I'm not going back to school, Gwen. I hate it and it's meaningless.
No, it's not meaningless. You're so smart, Will. God, you can be a doctor, a poet, an engineer, whatever you want.
Or none of the above.
What are you saying?
I'm asking you, are you still with me?
No matter what, am I still with you? I don't know. Graduating was really important to me. And obviously you knew that or you wouldn't have done what you did. But it's not just about graduating. It's about a lifestyle, Will. And I want a job in the music business one day. Not just performing, but the business side, and that takes school. I need to know theory and business.
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that, Gwen.
No, look, I know it's been hard cramming all of this into a couple of months. And okay, you didn't do so good, but we'll find another way.
I'm not going back to school, Gwen!
Then I don't understand. We had all these plans.
We had one plan. You and me.
But if you're going to trash your life, then I don't know who you are anymore.
On the next As the World Turns, sponsored by Lysol.
I don't know what he's told you, but I want you to come home with me. Now.
Thank God our sweet little boy will never have to know pregnant again.
I'm your daddy.